YouTube? God Eater episode 6. Now, this is, I don't know, man. This episode kinda rubbed me the wrong way because they kinda like made Alisa like this badass girl with this irritating hat she got on, and it's just like nobody could get to her. Like, she don't really talk to the team like that, and she just thinks she could do it all. You know how she charged at that black origami Devadra? She, you know, they got basically Linka and her basically fell into a river where they drifted onto shore of, well, they didn't, well, yeah, they drifted onto shore, and now, basically, it's just, how is, like, this episode just had me like, how? Like, okay, Linka, we all know he got stabbed in the stomach. He got a hole in his stomach. And he ends up washing on shore. I mean, he gets up and coughs up blood. And he, grabs his broken Goddard. And he carries Alisa to, like, this abandoned building where they stay for safety, basically. He wraps her up. And, he sits there until she wakes up. She wakes up. And, he's just, like, laying on the wall. And she gets up ready to leave this guy because she's like, what happened to my Goddard? And he's like, couldn't find it. It probably was on shore somewhere else. And she's like ready to leave, and this guy like falls over, blood all on the wall. So how's he like surviving? But forget all that. Basically, she patched him up, and basically what this episode tells us is it's basically an episode based on her and her character. Now we seen her taking pills. Now we kind of know why she takes pills now, because she's been traumatized in her life. The Black Vadra basically killed her parents. One day they was playing hide and seek, and she hid in this little dresser, I want to say, or locker or something. And basically, while her parents was looking for her, somebody screamed, "Oh, origami has escaped!" And next thing you know, boom, like he got half of the mom hanging out of his mouth. And it's one thing I will say: this anime is like really bloody, and like it doesn't censor anything. And I'm cool with that, but for my younger, anime lovers, I don't know if I can recommend this. I know some people think like, man, it's just a cartoon and stuff, but a lot of people don't want their children watching a lot of blood and gore. But back to the subject. Basically, he ate the Black Vadra ate her parents. And what was even more creepy was he went to the locker where she was and just sat there and looked at her. Like it was just one big eye looking in there. And of course she was scared. She was little when this happened. And why didn't Devadre just eat her? Like this origami is obviously smarter than your average origami, so he knows how to play with people's emotions too. But that is what the pills is for. I guess to get her in sync to fight origami. This episode, we see a different side of her. Basically, while she patched Link up, he was resting, and origami bust in. She's scared. She didn't know what to do. She's just sitting there. Linka actually had to get up and like fight it off. But we also learned something else. We learned that Linka origami is broken, and we don't know if they'll be able to fix that. But Basically, what Alisa told us is usually when you touch an origami, it goes crazy and try to attack the person who touch it if you're not the wielder. Now, that's stupid to me because of two things. Like, how did people make it? If you're not the wielder and you're obviously they're touching, unless it's like a machine making it, then maybe. But I mean, somebody has to touch it sooner or later. I mean, somebody probably had to test it, right? Second thing is, so that's highly dangerous. Like, people mistakenly touch things. Like, I could get my hand cut off just because I accidentally, my hand accidentally hit your God arc. It's crazy. But other than that, back to the episode. They really ran off for the whole episode fighting origami, and I can understand they was doing horrible because Link is the only person fighting. He's obviously seriously injured, and he's fighting with a broken guard arc. So how is they staying alive? I don't know. But they're on a search to find Alyssa's god arc, and they finally find it. When they finally find it, 5 origami, more than 5, 7 origami, surround Alyssa, and what do you think she does? Gets on her knees and cry. What the hell? Really? You're in the middle of, you're about to die. You're gonna get on your knees and cry? I mean, I'm the type of person I have to go out fighting. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out fighting. But I don't know. I don't know who this person is, and she just irritated me this episode. Why would she do that when she finally found her guard art? She might as well gave up looking for the guard art and went for safety. But Linka, of course, being a hero, jumps down, fights, try to get Alyssa to get up and help him. Then he sees 3 more origami coming. He's just it's over. So he dropped his guard arc and just prepare to face, the consequences. And my boy came to the rescue, Little, and I call him my boy because he has got to be the coolest character of this year. Definitely got to be one besides probably Archer on Face Day, Unlimited Blade Works. But he came in, whooping origami ass, slicing one, kicking the other, just killing them all. And he basically said, "What did I tell you in the beginning?" And he's kind of he's cool about it, but it's kind of yelling and being stern at Linka. What did I tell you in the beginning? Why did you chose to be a god eater? Pick up your guard art and fight. And I agree. Never give up. You never know what the outcome is. You can be surrounded by 20 origami. If your chance is 99.9% of dying, at least that 0.1% might happen. You never know. But that was basically the end of God Eater. I'm ready for the next episode. It's already out. So after I put this video up, I'm probably gonna watch it and make a video of the next one. So peace out, YouTube.